Big Meech. Ain't nothing wrong with looking up to either one. But some people's lifestyles is different. Don't compare me at all to a basketball player, right? Let me make this clear to you. Don't compare me to a basketball player. Check my background, check his background. No names. At 18 years old, some went to the NBA. At 18 years old, I was on Rikers Island with dudes like Tank Head, Wild Bill, Ferguson, Germ, K-Born, Beachy, Rel, Tattoo, so many names, Smooch, Papa Jock, may he rest in peace. When some was shooting jump shots in the NBA, and Michael Jordan was mushing and smacking them, I was on Rikers Island, in the bullpens. Dudes running up on you like, yo, what size you wear? Let me get that. And right at that moment, you knew it was on. You either stood tall, Notice, you see me in the hood? No security, by myself. By myself.
And there's so many of you men going, and y'all gotta stay quiet, cause you can't talk about Pastor, you can't talk about LeBron, and you can't talk about these women. That's hate speech. That's wrong. That's hateful. When all of you motherfucking women got a friend that's doing the same bitch ass shit. And that should be hate speech. Because these boys are reading at a motherfucking 4th grade reading level, and most of them stand on girls' couches when they get out of fucking jail. And most of them indoctrinated in thinking street life is what being a man is. And most of them think going to prison or going to jail teaches them how to be a motherfucking man. When the Constitution said you giving up your rights and you being a slave to white boys as soon as you go to motherfucking jail. Now you tell me who's better for the system when you got little boys thinking that they got to go to prison and be a white boy slave to be a fucking man. I had a nigga on the internet talking about, I went to jail. Don't compare me to no basketball player. You was a slave, boy. Are you proud to say that? Over somebody who put his motherfucking mama on a golf course? That's the shit you telling these boys? And boy, if you ever met me face to face in person, the fuck are you talking about? You don't know shit about me. That's what's wrong with these men talk so effeminate. You don't hear me calling out men names. I'm next to this person. I'm next. What the fuck are you talking about, motherfucker? I go me. And I know you can't fuck with me. Because if you could, you wouldn't talk like that, boy. Then let me calm down before I snap. I go crazy. And I maybe act like my daddy. It's a goddamn shame. So many people want to fuck with a man that said put code in the schools. Everybody want to talk about the man. Nobody want to talk about.
We're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into it.
Nobody want to talk about the trades and the effects of what it would have on the community. Nobody want to talk about that.
I hear you, Rodney. I hear you.
They want to try to diagnose my mental health.
I'm going in.
Motherfucker, you wasn't worried about that when you was calling me a fucking bust and a bona fide scrub. You don't think that could have affected my mental state? Especially as a teenager. How the fuck you double talking bitches gonna act like you care about somebody's mental state? We're in a simulation. This is a game. Every motherfucker they tell you not to like, you better start investigating it and finding out why they telling you not to like them. Look past the bullshit, because I think those are the people you're supposed to like. And the motherfuckers they prop up and put in front of you, side-eye. Because there's something about them, boy. Look like they all connected, I think, to white zaddies that tell them what to do.
All right, let me start this off. It's raining outside, y'all. So I decided to pull over to do this. Let me say this. First of all, can y'all hear me? Let me check the chat, make sure y'all can hear me or whatever, because I don't want to be talking to y'all can't hear me or whatever. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Just put a 1 in the chat. Okay, cool. Y'all can hear me. All right. So
a little bit of transparency.
Let me get this out the way real quick. Let me get this out the way real quick. So here's the situation. Somebody says, Lewis says, you and Kwame should do a show together. It would be so lit. I think so too. I think it'd be cool or whatever. That's up to him. But I want to address some things real quick, man. You know, I want to tell y'all a little bit about me. Salute to everybody in the chat. I'm a product of an urban environment. Urban environment, juvenile detention centers, foster homes, jail, gang violence, a lot of bad stuff. I have some type of affiliation, or I know of it. I've been around it. So when men say that, you know, I've done X, Y, and Z, depending on why they did X, Y, and Z, I can relate to it. I can relate to the military life. I can relate to living in the hood. I can relate to living in the suburbs. I can relate to having like a small bit of celebrity status when I was traveling around dancing and singing and doing a little acting. So I've been around. You see what I'm saying? Last week, you know, I celebrated my 42nd birthday. I appreciate everybody that kind of chimed in, you know what I'm saying, seeing me on the beach with my daughter. But I really wanted to talk about a situation because I addressed Hassan Campbell a while ago. And he saw it, and I think that he even responded or whatever case may be. But I want to readdress something real quick. I understand men like Hassan Campbell. I understand men that feel like having hood credibility is everything. Not real life credit, but hood credibility. In that particular clip right there, he was saying, hey, I'm in the hood right now. You know what I'm saying? Without security. And for him, that's something. For people like him that's never leveled up, matured up, financialed up, moved out the hood, they feel like going back to the hood is a badge of honor if you don't need security. So I just want to say something real, I don't know if I want to say respectfully or not. Stop the fuck shit. Stop the fuck shit. Okay? Nobody is glorifying living in the hood. Nobody is glorifying getting shot at, shooting at somebody, crackheads, selling drugs. Nobody's glorifying that shit. That shit is not cool. As lit as you want to make it, as cool as you want to make it, it's not. So sending any message to anybody that would have them thinking that this is the place to be. No, bro. That's the wrong answer. Now, whatever your mission is on YouTube, salute. Do your thing. But what I can't have is, I can't have men from New York, men from California, men from Louisiana, men nowhere, period, acting like we're going to glorify something. Bro, listen, your life is your life. Kwame Brown's life is his life. Everybody has hardship. You know what I learned, regardless if it was jail, juvenile detention centers, group homes, the military? You know what I learned? I learned that it don't matter where you from. It don't matter where you're from. If somebody gonna kick your ass, it don't matter if you from New York or not. It don't matter if you from the hood or not. It don't matter if you white, black. It matters who's the best person in that particular fight. And I think for some reason people feel like being from certain places is a badge of honor. Like, if I'm from this place, it automatically makes me hard. If I go to jail, it automatically makes me harder than the next person. No, you got caught, motherfucker. Somebody told on your ass, motherfucker. There's nothing honorable about that. You see what I'm saying? And then when you get out of jail, well, let's talk about in jail. Let's talk about in jail. Here's the thing. I noticed that Hassan Campbell dropped a lot of names, and I know some of those names. I know some of those people that he dropped the names of. The issue about that is you're glorifying people who never leveled up in real life. It's one thing to glorify. Let's take, for instance, wherever you live at now, right? There may be a bad place where you live at right now, right? Let's just say the West End of wherever you live at, the West End. You live on the East End, but the West End is the bad part, right? Only the thugs and the hoodlums and the criminals hang on the West End, the pimps and the addicts. If you live on the East End, okay, I see you. Y'all stay with me for a minute. If you live on the East End of town, you're in a good home. Your kids go to a good school. You got a nice car. You got a couple businesses or whatever the case may be, or a business, or you have a career. You're married. You know what I'm saying? You can accidentally leave your door unlocked, and you don't have to worry about nobody coming in to invade your privacy or do anything. You can have your kids playing in the front yard, and you ain't got to worry about no shootouts. You ain't got to worry about the abduction of kids. You know, you get what I'm saying, though, right? You don't have to worry about anything out the ordinary. You don't have to worry about anything too dangerous because you live on the good side of town. Now, let me get to Hassan Campbell real quick. Some people who grew up on the bad side of town had no choice of the matter. Some people were just born into poverty. They were born into a generational curse. They was born into fuck shit. Parents that couldn't get it right. Dad's in and out of jail. Dad selling drugs. Dad got killed. Okay, dad ain't in the picture. Now you got a bunch of stepdaddies rotating in. Mom trying to work jobs or living on Section 8 or whatever it is she doing to make ends meet. Whether she does hair, sells ass, whatever she does, she's doing it to get ends meet. So the son or the children have no real guidance. Right? So the streets become their mom or their official mom, or the streets become their official dad. The police officer, you know, the police officer that comes through and, you know what I'm saying, gives a what's up and shoot the basketball and talk shit and yada, yada, yada. Y'all stay in school, I'm gonna arrest y'all, ha, 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 ha. Those type of interactions is really the role model interactions in a hood, in an urban area. Unless you have somebody who got out of jail or whatever, and they now talking to the youth and say, hey, look, y'all stay, you know, put them guns down, learn how to fight with your hands, you know, and they become a real soundboard for betterment. I know a lot of people don't understand what I'm saying. Stay with me, goddammit. Stay with me, all right? I understand where Hassan Campbell is coming from, and I understand that type of mentality. But I wanna make sure that he understands this. If I live on the East End and it's safe, and my children are safe, the schools are good, the activity centers are great, the pool is clean, and I ain't gotta worry about the fuck shit that's going on where you live at, I don't care. I don't care if you're killing yourself. I don't care about your kid's school. I don't care if you got both parents in the household. I don't care about none of that shit. And that's what Hassan Campbell don't realize. When you start talking about, I'm in the hood, no security. Bro, we don't want to be in the hood. We don't give a fuck. Because if you're over 30 years old and you haven't figured out a way to level up for real, put your children in a safe environment for real, here's what smart people don't do. They don't keep going back to dangerous places. Bro, I done been to Iraq twice, Afghanistan twice. You know what I don't want to do? I don't want to go back. I done seen loss before. I done seen people get shot and killed before. I don't want to go back. I'm not going to continuously go back to somewhere where I say, whoa, that's not good for me. Now, it's one thing to go back as an activist. It's one thing to go back and say, hey, listen, I'm a product of my environment, but I am not my environment. Let me show you how to level up. Hassan Campbell, no disrespect, bro. I have not seen one video that you have done showing people how to level up. I've seen you flash money. I've seen you talk about other people's children. I've seen you play with Vaseline. I've seen you talk about fish tanks and clothing and fashion and talk about celebrities. I haven't seen you do anything that I would call beneficial. But you say that you can go back to the hood as if it's a badge of honor. Bro, nobody cares. Nobody in real life that has something going on positive in their life cares. They don't care. And I'm going to be real with you as a person that is of that community, from that community, a product of that community. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Man to man. Just shut the fuck up, bro. Because it's not cool. It's not cool. When you showcase a bunch of money online, you know what that showcases? You really ain't got no investments. You really ain't doing anything positive. You ain't opening up no community centers. You ain't giving back to the community. You know, you're not doing anything investment wise. You're really not traveling. You got a bunch of money in your pocket. You got a bunch of money in your pocket, or your show flashing a bunch of money to do what? Get robbed? Make your family a target? Come on now. I want to talk to some people from the hood. Not no movie shit. Not no shit your cousin told you, or you used to go there every summer or whatever. Just down with everybody. You know what that gets you. You know what type of action that gets you. But when you got kids and you start saying, bro, I ain't trying to do no time. I ain't trying to shoot nobody and kill nobody over nothing. So I'm not going to walk around with a bunch of money. I'm not going to flash a bunch of money. That's idiot shit. That's dumb shit. It's dumb shit. Put that money in the bank so that way your kids can go to college somewhere. If you really want to give back to the youth, I know his big thing was he was allegedly molested by an African Bambaataa, so he wants to go back and protect the youth and yada, yada, yada. What foundation have you started, Hassan Campbell? I'm not attacking you, bro. I'm talking to you. This is me talking to you. This is me giving you tough love. What foundations have Hassan Campbell started or constantly and consistently give money to support? I have never seen anybody do a video that says Hassan Campbell saved me from being abused, being molested, paid the rent, did something worthwhile. If your main mission, if your mission statement is to prevent children from being molested, that's your mission statement, then who you saving? Who you saving? Are you providing parents with enough awareness to understand that if their children are being molested, these are the signs to look for? This is where you go to get help. Are you providing big brothers and big sisters to go into the community or be active and consistent in the community and sit down with those children and say, we here to support you? Are you telling those pedophiles that's in that community, hey, you need to go get some help and leave them kids alone because there's serious consequences? Are you going to the court hearings, and when children are up there, are you paying for lawyers to get them defenses or whatever the case may be? Or make sure people get prosecuted? Are you getting those children counseling? What are you doing? That's the real question. What are you doing? And a lot of people are so blinded by this narrative of Hassan is good for the community. Okay, what community? You should be able to take your message, Hassan Campbell, and go to any community. There are pedophiles not only in the urban community, but definitely in the suburbs. You should be able to, the door should be open to Hassan Campbell. I gave this challenge about 3 years ago when I first came on YouTube, back in the day. And I said, how many people would leave? How many of Hassan Campbell's followers, subscribers, would leave their children with Hassan Campbell overnight? Not one person said, that showed their face, that didn't hide behind shit, say, I would take that bet. I would take that bet. Hassan Campbell told a content creator that I would put long dick inside your child, male or female. And ever since then, I had an issue with him. But for some reason, his subscribers said that was cool. Oh, he was drunk. Well, I've been drunk a lot of times, and I've never said that. People have been drunk around me and never said, I'm going to do something to your kids. So when we're from that environment, you know what that type of energy brings. You know what that brings. I think people take this whole YouTube content creator, clout chasing, entertainment thing way too far. My thing about it is, if you had to go to Rikers Island, you know what I'm saying, because you grew up in a rough environment, you know what I'm saying, and you had no choice, and you started to do things either to fit in, or it was peer pressure, or a combination of both, I get it. I understand. But for you to get out and promote that as if it's a badge of honor. Hey, when you was shooting basketball, I was shooting at people. When you was defending the rim, I was holding down the hood. Bro, you talking about holding down a fucking place. You don't own nothing in that place. You don't own the building, the sidewalks, the street signs, the street lights, the schools, the activity centers, the pool. You don't own shit there. You don't own nothing there. You've been defending all your life, throwing up all types of signs, saying you a part of this crew, that group. What you, a Vice Lord, GD, Latin King, Blood, Crip? What are you? MS-13? What are you? You've been breaking your neck to defend the hood, and you think them letting you walk through the hood is showing you love. Bro, why don't you own the hood? All this money everybody talking about they getting when they talking about the hood, then why does the name of the hood not say Hassan Campbell? Why has it not been renovated? Forget a hood. Why can't we put a subdivision in there? Build an activity center. Put some computers and teachers up in there. Because they really don't care. They don't really care. They get in front of you and give you this narrative of this badge of honor. Bro, I'm telling you right now. Don't talk to me about no hood shit. Ain't nothing glorifying about hood shit. Don't talk to me about Iraq. Don't talk to me about Afghanistan, because there wasn't nothing glorified about the shit. It wasn't nothing glorified about the shit. It wasn't nothing to cheer for. When you see people dropping dead in front of you, you see somebody get their fucking brains blew out, ain't nothing cool about that. You see somebody getting stabbed up, ain't nothing cool. You walk through a crack house to go get your friend mama out there, ain't nothing cool about that. People joining gangs because they don't have real families. They feel disowned. Mom not around, she working, dad in jail, in and out of jail, he's strung out. So hey, I'm gonna go to the next best thing. And what does the gangs do? Okay, let me school y'all on something. You got a couple people, couple big homies, right? Just go for male and females, who basically realize that you're young, impressionable, ambitious, you want to move up in the ranks, you want to do things to get your name out there, make a name for yourself or whatever. So okay, well, tell you what, I want you to find the first people you see, you know what I'm saying, you got to shoot one of them, you got to stab one of them, you got to rob one of them. That might be you. That might be you. Oh, I'm just visiting New York. I ain't from New York. I'm just visiting LA. I ain't from LA. I'm just visiting Chicago. I ain't from Chicago. But because they want to fit in, that's what they got to do. And now you thinking that I'm just out on an evening stroll with my family or my significant other, or just by myself catching a movie or getting a late bite, and you now become a victim of somebody else's bullshit. Because people like Hassan Campbell, instead of saying, I'm in the hood, no security, you're wasting your time trying to impress people who are not impressed with you, bro. If we're talking about stocks, let's talk. We're talking about traveling, let's talk. We're talking about becoming an entrepreneur, let's talk. We're talking about building kids for real. That means promoting activity centers in a place where they can learn, big brothers and big sisters to help them with math and English and history, finances. Teach them about credit and how it really works. Teaching them about their love languages and how to talk to people and not be so aggressive and emotional all the time. We priding ourselves on going to the hood. I'm in the hood, y'all. I don't even got to tuck my chains in. Why does that impress? What is impressive about that? What are we building off of that? See, you can talk that shit to somebody who ain't from the streets. You can talk to that shit to somebody who ain't. I'm trying to figure out when we get past that. I'm trying to figure out when we get past that. Nobody's glorifying, oh, well, this is what I did to this person for disrespecting me, and this is what I did. And look at how much time you lost with your children. Look at how much time you lost getting to know who you are. The person you was when you were 17 and 13 and 12, as a grown ass man, you should have leveled way up. You should have leveled way up. You know how you see some shit and it's like, yeah, that's cool, but I ain't impressed. Like right now, it's like, I see a truck, right? I see a truck. And I see a truck with a bunch of TVs in it, a sound system on 26-inch rims. The whole truck is damn tinted out or whatever, and the music loud as shit. You can't even hear nobody talking to each other. Even if the police was behind you, wouldn't even know because the music's so loud. Like, yeah, that's cool, but I ain't impressed. Been there, done that. Come on, ladies. I want ladies right now to think about it. What's something that you've been seeing as a woman that right now, as a young person, you used to think that shit was so cool and impressive, but now you really done leveled up? Come on, fellas. What's something you used to see as a young boy or an adolescent, and now when you see it as a grown man, you're like, yeah, that's cool, but I done leveled up. I don't do that no more. And that's how I see Hassan Campbell's like, bro, yeah, that's cool, but that's not what men do. That's not what successful men do. I don't care about your street cred because I don't live on your street. I don't go back to your street trying to get credibility. If I'm gonna go back somewhere, it's to help, it's to build. It ain't just to stand out there at 12 midnight because you ain't building shit at 12 midnight. Come on now, let's be real. You trying to be attached to the dope boys or whatever case may be, that you trying to be attached to the street life. Bro, no, if you trying to build, go to the schools, get with the principals, sit down with the principals, get the hey, I would love to have a session, a time, a period, or whatever you want to call it, to come and talk to the kids about what not to do. And then give them an outlet. That's what it's about. It ain't just about talking. It's about providing an outlet, providing a solution. Hassan Campbell, you've been talking for years. Have you provided these people a solution? Ain't about playing no fucking basketball, playing football. Who cares if you was an athlete? Hell, we all was athletes at some point in time. Some of us was good, some of us was bad. Some of us was able to go to a higher caliber of sport, and some of us motherfucking was high school stars and never went anywhere. But the fact of the matter is, this is my thing about when like all of this talk about Kwame Brown and all of this other fuck shit, my thought process is the man don't have to do shit for nobody. When he was struggling with his mama, when he was in his situation trying to get shoes for his big ass feet, we wasn't there. I didn't know about a Kwame Brown struggling and needing help. Shit, I probably was the same. We probably the same age. Shit, he's struggling over there. I'm struggling over here. I didn't help him. So now it's like when he get to this celebrity status, oh, Kwame Brown, you better do this or else. I don't expect Kwame Brown to do a motherfucking thing for me and my family. I'm a grown ass man. I'm gonna get out. If I gotta be a trash man, a goddamn Uber driver, a goddamn stripper, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Salute to the chat. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And I think to me, that's the rawness of a man telling you he is going to be a provider, a protector, and a role model. He ain't gonna be perfect, but he gonna hold down what he needs to hold down. And some of us more than others need to be patient with our situations. We know our situations ain't perfect, but we need to have patience. And that's what I tell a lot of men, because God knows I didn't exercise a lot of patience when I should have went the fuck off. Let me exercise some patience. But we need to stop looking towards others to solve our problems, to give us our solutions. No, your solution for your individual life is based on what you do for your individual self. Now, collectively, are there conversations that we need to have? Hell yeah. But every black person don't feel like the things that you prioritize are their priorities. If I don't live in a hood, I may say police brutality don't affect me as much as it affects you. So that might not be my top 5. What you need to do is find a common ground and start the conversation. But here's the issue. The issue is that we've been talking for a long time. We've been talking for a long ass time. We've been talking about everything. I guarantee you right now, shout out to the Tough Love family and everybody viewing or whatever. I guarantee you right now, we can come up with a list of things, 25 things that we feel is important when it comes to communities. Right? And out of those 25, everybody's going to probably have a different top 5 or top 10. The issue is that we need to take time to address them all. We need to take time to provide solutions for them all. But we are so busy being divided. When men talk about, man, I got more street credibility than you. Well, bro, no disrespect. I don't give a fuck about your street. Whether you're from St. Louis, Chicago, New York, California, Louisiana, I don't care about your street credibility. Because you know what I noticed in the military? This is what I noticed. I noticed that when I had my soldiers directly, before I became a warrant officer, but when I was a NCO, a non-commissioned officer, for those people that are in the military to understand what I'm talking about. The soldiers that I had, they came from all walks of life. Males, females, Hispanics, blacks, Arabic, Korean, you know, Oriental or whatever case may be, like all different walks of life. And you know what's so funny to me, man? I'm laughing because I'm remembering these soldiers. You would think the people from the suburbs are the weak people. You would think that the white people wasn't as athletic as the black people. You would think that the Koreans, they were all good at math equations, and I get what America says, but I'm saying when you're face to face with bullshit, you know who are my best shooters? You know who my best shooters on patrols were? Yeah, I want y'all to guess. Who are my best shooters? What race and what gender? I'm gonna wait a second. I want to see something. Because you'll never guess. Who are my best shooters on patrols, doing combat patrols? I want to see what y'all say. I'm gonna check the chat right now. Who do you think my best shooters were? White women. Ty B. Trolling says white women. Leslie Smith says white women. Who else? Let me get one more. Oh shit, this is funny. Come on. What up? Let me get one more. Hispanic women. Okay. You can't be guessing all of them now, Ty B. Trolling. You can't be guessing all of them and shit. Somebody said, hurry up and tell me. My best shooters was actually Hispanic females. The best shooters were old black women. Hispanic females, my best shooters. Yep. Hispanic females. Yep. Guess who read the maps better though? Guess who read the actual maps that we had better? Let me see if y'all can guess that one. This is gonna be good. See if y'all can guess who read maps better. The Arabic male. You know what? You probably would say that. No, I'm gonna save y'all the guessing or whatever. It actually was my black males. The black males actually read the maps better or whatever case may be. Because when you talked about who were let's just say the aggressors in certain areas, you know, they locked in on that. It's almost like, you know, blacklining when it comes to certain territories or whatever. Hey, this is the Crip side, that's the blood side. Oh, this is the Crip side, this is the blood side. Okay. For some reason, they locked in and focused on that. You know what I'm saying? They locked in and focused on. But all the soldiers, despite whatever race, color, or creed they were phenomenal people. And that's why I said, bro, you would think that, you know what I'm saying, if you come from an urban area, you automatically hard. Hell no! I didn't have some motherfuckers pee on themselves. Pee on them. Bruh, talk the hardest like a motherfucker. Like, hey, yeah, gang. I wish somebody would, nigga. What, you know where I'm from? Throwing up all types of signs and shit. Man, the motherfucking tracer rounds start coming. I'm like, man, if you don't calm the fuck down, shut the fuck up. Females like, hey, it's gonna be like females from the suburbs. Calm down, it's gonna be okay. Remember our training. They know I'm not lying. I don't want to hear no shit. Remember our training. Females telling these hard ass males, people just like Hassan Campbell, I'll go back to the block. Man, bro, nobody hear that shit. Nobody want to hear that shit. No, nobody wants to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? Stop saying because you didn't go through my life and go through what I went through, you not as good as me or as smart as me or as strong as me. Now listen, everything that we go through helps shape and mold how we think, how we formulate our standards and morals, how we think about our guidelines, the disrespect levels that we're gonna take, the zero tolerance or whatever. And I get it. And for some people, it makes them better. It makes them better. You know what I'm saying? But don't think that's the only way to get strong. You know what I'm saying? Don't think that's the only way that you can build yourself both mentally, physically, financially, emotionally, socially. Don't think that's the only way. And I think that's the problem that we have, especially with our hood mentality. Or matter of fact, I'm not going to say with a hood mentality. I'm going to say with a lot of people's mentality. You figure if you grow up in the suburbs, then that's what's up. Versus if you grow up in the hood. Like if you grow up in the suburbs, you don't know how to fight. You don't know what stealing is or robbing is or whatever. And it's just far from the truth. And I think that people wear certain things like a badge of honor, like, okay, I'm from the hood, so I'm better than you or I'm harder than you. And that's not the case. I done seen plenty of people from the hood get their ass whooped. Because while you're talking, because that's come on now. Y'all know I'm not lying. Hit that goddamn like button. I ain't playing with y'all. Y'all know I'm not lying. Come on now. Let's check this out. While you in the middle of popping your gums, and that's why I feel like a lot of people on social media do, especially these content creators that have been like on this for a long time, they're so in the middle of popping their gums. They don't realize that some people got a zero tolerance for disrespect. I don't care where they from. And what happens is while you're talking shit, motherfucker, you didn't even get out fucker all the way because they didn't already hit you or they already on you. And some people are trained to go like that. You see what I'm saying? Both males and females. It don't matter what nationality. So I always tell people, you know, be mindful of your surroundings and be mindful of how you talk to people, because you never know when somebody's first of all, at their wits' end and have nothing to lose, and they don't care about driving a truck through your house. Like, they don't care. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I be trying to tell people, hey, pump your brakes. And this is my message to Hassan Campbell, man. If you're really about helping the youth and you're really about providing awareness against abuse for children and helping people out, then do that. Do that. But comparing yourself to somebody else's life, bro, those are your parents that allowed you to be in that predicament. That's what happened. Those are your parents that allowed you to be in that predicament. His parents allowed him to be in his predicament. My parents allowed me to be in my predicament. So you can't just be like, you know what I'm saying, oh well, I'm harder than you because I went to Rikers. Man, fuck you. You know, I got a cousin. I never went to Rikers, but I got a cousin that went to Rikers or whatever. And I'm gonna give y'all a true story. And I hate this motherfucker. Nah, I love him, man, but you know how motherfuckers just act too hard. This is what I like. I'll smack your ass with this White Castle. Shut the fuck. Like, because of course I didn't go to Rikers that he did, right? So we driving and shit, going out to Jersey. We driving, going to see matter of fact, our other cousin. We driving. So he's telling me how hard he is because he was locked up in Rikers. He was like, yeah, you don't know, blah, 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 blah. So every story he's matter of fact, every story that I'm saying about Iraq and Afghanistan, he giving me some Rikers Island shit. And I'm like, okay. But we ended up playing a pickup game of basketball. Guess who ended up getting their ass kicked? Don't tell him I said, hey, cuz, I'm sorry. Guess who ended up getting their ass kicked? Because he's so busy screaming, I'm from Rikers, I was at Rikers, and the dude is just, I'm seeing the dude dog walking his ass, and me, the other guy's talking, but now it's like, okay, I'm on him. He getting his ass kicked, so the whole time on the way back, he mad to me, they don't know me, they don't have to know you to whoop your ass. You just got your ass kicked, bro. You made us look bad, bro. You made us look bad. I mean, you was talking, I gotta give him something. That boy can talk some cash shit. That mother, hey, Kwame, you think you can talk some shit? That boy can talk some shit. I need to get y'all together. For real, it wasn't even about no mama's cooking. That was a daddy ass whooping. That's what that was. Because he got his ass whiz ass zipped. For real. I thought he was going, if it was just based on conversation and who could talk the most shit, he would have won, hands down. But when old boy started putting the paws of Jesus on him, he could get him off me. It's too much. Stop. Back up. Hallelujah. For real, because he was getting a blessing. I thought we was going to church. I started taking out tithes and throwing quarters and shit. I'm telling you, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. So, man, and don't underestimate people. You never know what a person got up their sleeve, what they know, you know what I'm saying, and what they ready to do. You know what I'm saying? So if Hassan Campbell sees this, man, you know, I understand where you coming from. I get it. But you can't knock anybody because they didn't walk in your shoes. You know what I'm saying? God put you in that predicament for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate that you were the type of guy that, you know what I'm saying, was abused. You know what I'm saying? However, you know, hurt people. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's time that we as men stop hurting other people. We start building together. We start talking to one another. You know what I'm saying? If you built a platform and people are tuning in to listen to what you have to say, the question is, what are you saying? It shouldn't be hatred. It shouldn't be you didn't grow up like me, so you ain't as hard as me and I'm from the jail. And we as men are not impressed. We're not impressed. We understand that we've had hardships, trials, and tribulations. We've gotten through and going through some shit, but we're here now. So the best thing we can do is work together, you know what I'm saying, and stop trying to promote bullshit. Nothing cool about being in the hood. Some people are stuck. Some people are in a generational curse that continues to repeat. And some people just don't know how to get out. But some people are getting out, like myself. They find a way to overcome the odds. And my thing about it is, if I'm going back to the hood, it's going to be during the daytime. And it's going to be for a specific reason, which is to help and build. And that's what I do here where I live at. You know what I'm saying? To go back and help and build. The fact of the matter is, if you're going there at midnight, bro, unless you're a cop, or you're a drug dealer, I don't understand why you are out on the streets doing lives at midnight talking about I'm in the hood. Doing what? Saving who? Because ain't no kids should be out on no corners doing nothing. We have an obligation right now to support people that are coming out and saying, hey, I want to give back to the youth. I want to, you know, help the homeless people. I want to help abused women, abused men. And make sure that when we're helping people, we're not just helping women. We're helping men as well. We're helping the community as well. It doesn't have to be just the black community. But when you help, make sure that your help is help for all and not just help for the few. You know, when you encourage and empower, make sure that when you're telling people to straighten their crown, this is some shade to Derrick Jackson, right? But make sure you telling the men to straighten their crown as well. Because I think that the empowerment or encouragement should be equal. You know, and a lot of times we listen to people and it's not equal. You know what I'm saying? We listen to people empower women to a point of delusion where it's just like, you know, I'm better than you. And I don't think women are better than men, and I don't think men are better than women. I think we both got roles to play. But when you start saying it's your fault and you never sit down and say, well, damn, how is it always somebody else's fault? This goes for men and women. Kwame said the paws of Jesus. Hey, listen. Hey, boy, you should have been there. You should have been there. I'm telling you. Listen, Kwame, your ass tall as a motherfucker, boy. Let me tell you something. He would have talked shit to you, and I would have sworn he would have whooped your ass just by talking. You would have said the mama seasoning, and he would have said something catchy and shit. Like, boy, I would put daddy's backhand on your ass. Like, the way his comebacks was amazing, but his fighting skills was on zero. He didn't have no Dragon Ball Z in him. He didn't have no Ryu. He didn't have no Ryu kick. He didn't have no Thundercats. This mother, I'm like, dude, what type of fighting did you do in Rikers? But see, this is the thing. He was in a gang. So any fights that he gets in, it's not a one-on-one fight. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I said you got to be careful. That mentality that you have where you hard and you bad. Were you hard and bad because you had a bunch of people with you? Because a lot of y'all hard and bad because y'all got a bunch of people with you. But see, here's the thing. When you used to standing 10 toes down by yourself, oh, you a bad motherfucker. Say what you say? What you just say? Okay, no problem. I got that. How many people you got? Okay, cool. Because I got some shit that's going to air this motherfucker out, for real. And when I run out of bullets, I'm going to go straight to goddamn Burnett, like, stick your ass in the fucking eye. I'm just saying, man, you gotta watch yourself, man. For real. Kwame's in the building, man. Salute to him. But hey, listen, salute to everybody. You know, I appreciate my man pulling up, but salute to everybody, man. Like I said before, I really appreciate you guys taking the time out to listen to Tough Love. You know what I'm saying? Again, nothing's difficult about this other than just sitting down and listening to comprehend, listening to understand, being patient with one another. So salute to y'all, or whatever case to be. Man, I am very fortunate to be in a position where I can come live and talk to you guys, because I believe that everybody has a story to tell. I'm going to be opening up, you know, my lives a little bit, so that way people can come on as well. But I feel like I got a lot to give. 20 years of military, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I got a lot to give. I've had a lot of great experiences in the military with a lot of people. Some people would say I'm a little bit more optimistic than others, but I am, because I've seen a lot, I've done a lot, been involved in a lot of shit, you know. So I would love to do some one-on-ones, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of people. But the fact of the matter is, man, I want to touch on this before I get out of here. I want to encourage you guys to stay positive. I really want to encourage you guys to stay positive. Find people that do it for you. If you listen to somebody and they tell you, hey, to get out there and you know what I'm saying, you know, start loving again. You know, somebody broke your heart, but they telling you, encourage you to start getting out there and finding positive people, building your support system for real in real life, talking to your children and teaching them about life and the things that they need to know. Opening up a business, going back to school, you know, find people that encourage you and do it for you. They do it for you. It just they provide that inspiration, that motivation, or whatever, you know, and whatever resonates with you. It could be somebody who every other word is a curse word. You know what I'm saying? It could be somebody every other word is a joke. If that does it for you, great. But the fact of the matter is, that message should resonate. I don't care what color you are. I don't care how successful you are or are not, how many subscribers you got. Find somebody that helps you grow and help you build for you. Because when this pandemic hit, there was a lot of people, I'm going to be honest with you, man, they didn't have people calling and checking on them. When they was losing their jobs and didn't have no rent money and was like, oh my God. And it was a lot of people who didn't have anybody. You know what I'm saying? And this social media thing became even bigger. And people were kind of using this social media thing as my extended family. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the people that you're adding to your family are beneficial. They are assets and not liabilities. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, man, y'all are dolled up. Make sure y'all go check out some of my videos. Leave some comments. Let me know how y'all feel about this. I salute everybody that's pulling up into the chat. I want y'all to be blessed. You know, stay positive. You know what I'm saying? Until next time, I'm dolled up. Peace.